Bill Arthur, Tillsonburg, Ontario. 1974 Dodge Bighorn 950. 8V71T 350 horse with a RTO 9513 Fuller Road Ranger transmission.
These were rare from the moment they were built.
Yes, they only built 261, I think is the number, something like that. Yeah.
How did you find it?
This was in pieces when we got it. We went to buy an engine and ended up bringing home the whole truck. So 9 months later, we
Did you know what the truck was that the engine was coming from?
no, had no idea until we got there. And then my hired man at the time kind of planted the seed. I'm glad we did it when we did it because I don't think I'd have the ambition to do it again. But that was 2003, I believe.
It was in pieces, but you knew what it was.
We knew exactly what it was, and all the pieces were there.
Was it up here somewhere?
No, it was up north of Toronto. Now we used it for a bunch of years. Like we didn't put it together mainly for a novelty. We put it together to kind of use and as a bit of a novelty. So it's kind of still in its original work clothes. It's never really been, I guess, officially restored. It's kind of just been made mechanically sound.
Did you buy it from the original owner?
No, I'm not sure the history on it. And it took a bit of two trucks to make it. It's kind of more of a glider kit, if you will, but it's pretty legit.
Would you have ever been looking for a Bighorn, or did this one just sort of fall into your lap?
Probably not. No, no. We were always enthusiasts of old trucks, but we weren't specifically looking for one at the time.
Do you have other old trucks?
No, not right now. We have had many over the years, but nothing right now.
Any significance to the color? As an artist, that's always something I have to ask when there's a cool colored.
We couldn't decide on a color. So on the cab build sheet, there was a paint code for Chrysler medium blue metallic. Now, when we crossed the medium blue metallic to this acrylic enamel, it didn't turn out the shade that it was supposed to, but we ran with it because the paint was on it, and a lot of people like the shade of blue.
Were there any pieces missing that you
I had to drive to Tony Youngblood's in Augusta, Georgia, to get a right-hand fuel tank and some odds and ends. Like yes, he might remember. I don't. Had to do a bit of fabricating in the exhaust. Karen, do you want to lift the hood up? We're diesel engine rebuilders, and we do a lot of two-cycle Detroit work. So we were able to do everything on it ourselves, except the painting. We had a guy come in to do the final paint. Yep, we were able to do.
So is this the engine you were after when you went to buy an engine?
This was the engine we were after, yes. And then we ended up having to go buy another one because this was going to be for this project. So it was a fun trip.
Can you find the build sheets for Bighorns?
That's a good question. There's remnants of one on the side of it, but I'm not sure if the Chrysler Corporation would have those or not.
Never something I really thought about.
No, no.
So how much of a project was this whole part right here?
Oh boy, every nut and bolt. Like how we started the project is we ended up peeling it right down to bare frame rails, and they were cut in three places for it to be scrapped. And then I just welded them all back together and put the cross members in and painted that, and then just put the axles back in, and then had the rad done. We did the engine ourselves. Yeah, it was quite a bit of work. Every airline, 2003.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it took 9 months, but I was committed to doing it if we were going to do it. So we that was.
You were around in 2003.
No, none of yous were around.
That's why the truck exists.
That's right.
There were quite a few Bighorns that ended up in Ontario, right?
I think so. Yes. There was a large Chrysler dealership in Ontario, so I think a lot of them ended up sold up here. And when they quit making them in '75, quickly there, they were only about $23,000 on the lot. So a lot of guys buy two, right? Two for one, and they'd have two trucks. Because driveline wise, they were the same as everything else.
Was the interior in decent shape or not so much?
As you see it, not bad. Not bad. Those seats, I believe, were made by Bostrom for Chrysler Corporation.
Does it have air conditioning?
It originally did.
Now it has windows.
Yes. Now the air conditioning works with left side minimum, right side maximum. Unfortunately, it sits most of the time now, just over in the corner of the shop. It doesn't get out much because we used to do a lot of trailer service, and we would use it for the trailer service, but we don't do that anymore at all. So it only gets out to come here and any other truck shows that we make.
It's always cool to see a Bighorn